we're trying to make sure that every event, and right now I think every event will have a skills challenge. What this is it's the opportunity for you to compete by yourself, with yourself, not another team. So out of the 8 matches you have here that are randomly generated, you're going to be with a team that sucks. It's just going to happen. And sometimes you are the team that sucks. and that's going to happen too. So some people complain and say, well, it's not fair, I'm partnered with all these teams that are no good, and they just have the stretch pot. And we have the stretch pot plus steroids because we added all this other stuff. So we're much better, and we're paired with all these stretch pots. You can only score 3 points, and we can score 400 points, whatever. So what I tell teachers is you can do skills challenge, which is all by yourself. You don't have another team, and it's just you against yourself. Okay? So the way the skills challenge works is it's usually a field that's all by itself out here. It's first come, first serve. You usually get anywhere from 3 to infinite amount of tries, and they take your best result. And it's 2 different challenges. Driver challenge, which is just like the teamwork challenge. You have 2 drivers that drive the robot, or autonomous challenge, which is you put the robot down, you hit start, and it runs and does its thing. Okay? We'll do a quick demonstration on that. Team 1444, can you bring your robot up? Let's say they look at the agenda here, and they have 15 minutes between matches. I would say this might not be enough time, but if the skills field's open, they just got over their first match, they're like, we're going to try the skills challenge. Looks like your partner's in the restroom. Would you come around? I was going to say you, but I don't want you to trip on the microphone cable. So your partners come around. You're going to come to me and say, I want to try the skills driver challenge.
I want to try the skills driver challenge.
Is this your first attempt?
Yes.
Great. All right. Put your robot down. Is it ready to go? On your marks, get set, go. All right. So you drive. You're doing well. You're doing your thing. We're at 35, 34, 33. All right. Go ahead and switch. All right. You're doing great. All right. 5 seconds. We do the flip thing. Whoa. They don't get it. Done. We just count the score. How many points do we have right now?
7? No, 6.
5, 6.
6? 6? I count 6 as well. You happy with the score?
Not really.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to record that as your first attempt for driver. You get, maybe at this event, you get 3 tries. So you guys want to, you have time for another one? You look at your coach is like, event coming up, there's no line. Sure, go for another one. All right. All right, now we got 10, 12 points. I'm going to write it down. That's your second attempt. Right now, your skill score is 12 points. Okay? So writing that down, skills, driver, and program. You got 7 and 12, I think. Let's say you go to this match, you come back, you're like, all right, I'm going to try the programming challenge. All right. So you guys are going to do the program. Tell me you're going to do the programming challenge.
Would like to try the programming challenge.
Great. Would you go ahead and just put your remote down and make sure you don't touch that, and go ahead and turn on your robot. So hit the checkbox, turn on your robot. So the programming challenge is the exact same game. You can still have 2 drivers up here. The idea though is you never touch the remote. And I've seen a team disqualified at Worlds. One of our Indiana teams got disqualified touching the remote. So don't touch the remote. They put it down, and the referees should be the ones telling them don't touch it. But they said at Worlds you should know the rules by at that point. So I'm going to say whenever you're ready, 3, 2, 1, go. Just hit a button. So they go 3, 2, 1, they go. And it's going to autonomously start operating and kind of doing its own thing. And I think I found, this is what that lady yesterday figured out. So it's just going to operate autonomously by itself without any driver control. Okay? What's neat about this, I don't know what's going on. But what's neat about this is during that 1 minute, if this robot gets stuck upside down in a corner, you could say, can I touch the robot?
Can I touch the robot?
You can. Go ahead and fix it, pick it up, and put it back to start, and hit go. And you hit the little go button, and you can actually touch the robot as many times as you want, as long as you ask permission. And if it has a ring on it, when you touch it, okay, so your robot falls over.
Can I touch the robot?
You can. If there's a ring in possession of that robot, you have to take that ring off and put it out of bounds. and then you can start again. So the neat thing about this, and you can do this during the teamwork challenge, the autonomous challenge, the driver challenge, you can touch your robot whenever you want, but you have to put it back to start, and it cannot hold any rings in it. Okay? And you can't do anything that would give it an advantage or add points to this. So you can't go, can I touch the robot, and you just knock all of these off and hit the thing and be like, all right, I'm good. And you just gave yourself 20 points. That's not allowed. You have to pick it up, not manipulate the game, and move it back to start. It's so that you don't watch a robot upside down for the rest of the minute.
When it's by itself, where to start? Because when you showed the grid originally, there were 2 spots for them to be side by side. Is it at the
On the
farthest?
skills, you can go in either one.
Okay.
In the teamwork challenge, the teams can choose which one.
Okay.
If they can't decide because they're arguing, the ref's going to say,
Put them down.
put them down.
Okay.
That's how I ref.
Okay.
Do you guys know what side you want to be on? I'll be on the left, I'll be right. No. Like, just put it down. We're not
The
going to
only way
argue.
that- the only one that would matter would be the autonomous one, but I
Yep.
just want to make sure that you.
Yep. So let's say that you got 5 points. So programming, you got 5 points. So what the software does automatically, you did 1 programming challenge, you did 2 driver challenge. They take the 2 highest scores, add them up. You have 17 points as your skills challenge. Okay, that's how skills works. If they have 3 attempts, they want to come back and they want to do better. They got 10. They're like, oh, so now you got 12 plus 10. Your new score is 22. Okay? Yeah.
Does that go into your competition score, like your final score?
Doesn't go in your teamwork challenge. The separate skills challenge. At some events they'll give a skills award. What the skills is, and this is why we don't worry about trophies and all the way how to get the state. The skills is put into a world database that you can compare yourself in amongst the entire world. And last year, we had 25 open spots to state. And so we went on the skills ranking, Indiana teams, and invited the 1st place, 2nd place, 3rd place. Oh, I can't make it. And then we invited the 4th place. 5th place maybe is already going to state for another one. Then we go to 6th place. We end up inviting like the first top 40 people off of skills. Some people are already invited. Some people couldn't make it. But we took like 40 people off of skills. So I tell them, try skills, because it tells you about your abilities compared to other teams without someone else's help. And one thing that I left out last year, and this was a mistake I made, I told first-year teams, oh, you guys can grab your robot and go back. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you can go and bring it back to your pits. Good work, guys. Good work. Hey, good work, audience. Yeah! Crowd's going wild. So when I told my teachers last year by mistake, I said, you know what, your first-year coaches, don't worry about programming because that's intimidating, it's discouraging, it's hard to do. Don't worry about it. And I didn't know that they added driver and programming together. So all my first-year teachers just did driving, and their scores were they were half the scores of all the other veteran teams. I felt so awful about it. Once I found that out, I tried to let them all know, and they're like, oh, now you tell us. And I'm like, I'm sorry. So you do both. They add up together, and they take your 2 highest scores. Most events are your best of 3 tries of each one. If you're best, you're like, I've never gotten more than 12. Maybe you never do a 3rd one. I don't know. Maybe you don't have time. It's okay. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know about. So that's teamwork challenge. That's the skills. All of you will do teamwork challenge. Some of you will do skills. Just about every event, I think we're urging every event to have skills. First come, first serve.